אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אהזלה, אהזלה, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אהזלה, אהזלה, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי. אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי, אהללה, אהללה, אז אמרה לאלוהי בהודי. Shabbat Shalom. It is wonderful. It is wonderful to be back. I feel like it's been a couple weeks since I've been here, and I am very excited to bring in Shabbat with you. If you would all please rise as we light our Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. You may be seated as we turn in our Sidurim to page 11. L'chunaranana, let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector, filled with thanks. Let us greet God, raising our voices in song. L'chunaranana, yai lai 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 lai, l'Adonai, yai lai 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 lai, nahariah, yai lai 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 lai, litzur yishenu, yai lai 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 lai. Let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation from mountain to sea hear our song. Lechu neranina, yai lai 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 lai, l'Adonai, yai lai 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 lai, nahariah, yai lai 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 lai, litzur yishenu, yai lai 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 lai. For all of the wonder in all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Lechu neranina, yai lai 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 lai, l'Adonai, yai lai 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 lai, nahariah, yai lai 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 lai. page 12. Arba'im shanakut bedor va'omaram tohi levavim vehem ledu derachai asher nishbati v'api im yevu namenuchati. Page 13, Shiru Adonai, Shir Chadash. Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Sing to Adonai, praise God's name day after day. Tell of God's deliverance. Shiru Adonai, Shir Chadash. Shiru Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru Adonai, Baruch Hu Shemo. Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato. Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash. Shiru Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru Adonai Baruch Hu Shemo. Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato. Sapru v'goyim kevodo. B'chol ha'amim nifleotav. Sapru v'goyim kevodo. B'chol ha'amim nifleotav. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai Baruch Hu Shemo. Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai Baruch Hu Shemo. Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato. Miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom, miyom leyom. Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato. Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam umlo yalo sadai b'chol asher bo. Al tiranenu kol hatzeyar. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz. Yishpot hevel b'tzedek de'amim be'emunato. Page 20. We turn to page 20, Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. Ve'yishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ve'yishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh, ki kadosh, ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu. Shabbat Shalom once again. So this Shabbat is a very happy Shabbat. We have just gone through the 3 weeks of sadness and Tisha B'Av, and the relief of that on the calendar is enormous. And so this is a Shabbat of dancing and singing and comforting ourselves, and it is also Tu B'Av, which is the Day of Love on the Jewish calendar. And so we learn that this was a time when all the single ladies walked out and maybe found a partner. And so I just wanted to mention that before we started Lecha Dodi, because of course the imagery of Lecha Dodi is bringing in the bride of Shabbat. And so we should do that with joy and with love, and bring joy and gladness into this Shabbat together. Let's turn to Lecha Dodi on page 23 as we bring in Shabbat. Lecha Dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet ve'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshava techila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, please rise, pinei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi pinei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom al tereh bala gam b'simcha u'b'tola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabela. Turn to your right, turn to your left, behind you, say Shabbat Shalom. See everyone in the room. Shabbat Shalom to those of you on live stream. It's wonderful to be together in person. You may be seated. We turn to Mizmor Shir Le'Yom HaShabbat, the Psalm for Shabbat on page 27. And we use this beautiful nigun, this beautiful melody, because as I like to say, there are no words that reach the heavens the way a beautiful melody can reach the heavens. So just pour your soul into this beautiful melody as we bring in Shabbat. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. I have to tell you, while Adam's playing this melody, that the woman who wrote this melody is a rabbi, Rabbi Deborah Sachs-Mintz, and I was listening to a podcast of her explaining, she teaches tefillah, and all different aspects of writing the music to the ancient text. And one of the questions she got asked was, how do you reach God through tefillah? Are you talking to God? And I thought it was so brave of her. She said, or maybe you don't have to play, I don't know. I'm going to go on and on, I think, sorry. But I just thought of it while I was singing this nigun, because she said that part of the talking to God is sort of that secret world. Like, we don't really know the answer. We don't really know if we're talking to God. We don't really know where God is. And it's in that searching, in that when we do sing this nigun, when we do read these texts, sometimes she was saying it's not even important to know every word, because even if you know the words, they show up new each time you do the prayer, because it's the in-between that we're allowing ourselves to delve into with this. So it's this opportunity to engage with the unknown. And in that, maybe you come in contact with this God presence, and that it feels different every time. And sort of the mystery is what's so beautiful about it. So I was thinking that was my kavanah as I was singing this nigun, and I wanted to bring you into that and invite you into the mystery of that. You know, sometimes the Hebrew can be a barrier for people coming into synagogue. Sometimes the music can be a barrier. And I invite you to embrace both of those things, as no one really has all the answers, right? That's why we're here. We don't really know. And so being in Shul is the opportunity to go deeper into those levels of the mystery and the wonder of God and connection. So we'll sing it one more time, and then hopefully you'll have that experience. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Mizmor shir. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker chasdecha. Ve'emunatcha ba'halilot. Alei asor va'alei navel. Alei higayon bechinor. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Page 28. Tzadik atamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yizker shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichun odin v'mesevad shenim v'rananim yehiu lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzuri v'lo havlata bo. Page 29. Adonai malach keyud lavesh, lavesh Adonai oz hitazar aptikon tevel baritimot. Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim mishmereyam, adir bamarom Adonai, erotecha nemnu melevitcha nava kodesh, Adonai leorech yamim. So at this time, before we do our traditional priestly blessing and bless each other, I want to open it up and say, is there any blessing that you have felt this week that you would like to share with us? I will start. I feel very blessed that my voice is back. There is nothing like losing your voice as a cantor. It is so frustrating, and it took a good 3 weeks to get it back. And I'm feeling so blessed to be able to sing tonight. And there's nothing that brings me more joy than singing with you here in synagogue. So that is my blessing today. Does anyone want to share? Yes, Bunny.
My blessing is that your voice is back.
Thank you, Bunny. Thank you, David. Michael.
Well, I had cataract surgery last week on one eye, and I had my cataract surgery this week on my other eye, and I have to say, for the first time, I can look at you and not see two of you.
Wow.
Because it was double vision, and I have two rabbis, two cantors, two everything. And I can see colors, really vibrant colors now, rather than the yellows.
Wow.
I'm blessed that the doctors have good hands.
Wow, I'm grateful for that too for you. That is so beautiful. Okay, let's please rise and bless each other with the priestly blessing. If you feel comfortable putting your arms around each other or just reaching out with your hearts. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha ken yehi ratzon Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha ken yehi ratzon. May God's countenance shine upon you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon. May God bring us all peace. Ken yehi ratzon. May it be so. You may be seated. At this time, we offer a prayer for healing for Rav Yaakov Chai ben Hadassah, Shimon ben Yaakov, Mordechai ben Naomi, Devorah bat Sarah, Hershel Yoshua ben Malka, Peril bat Razel, Shmuel Yaakov ben Kalila ve'Ari, Devorah Rachel, Malka bat Sarah, Leib Yisrael ben Avraham v'Tzipora, Eliza Meira bat Leah, Tzivia bat Chana, Elijah Avila, Yafa Fega bat Zissel Abina, Kathy Berlin, Avram David ben Label, Bonnie Meyerson, Tova bat Rivka, Karen Nina Esther, Adina Miriam, Harry Kinney, Kevin Hafni, Ezer Pesach, Zelda bat Yaakov and Miriam, Benzion Chai ben Rachel, Leah Liba bat Dobi, Miriam bat Rivka, Allison Kunz, Jean Cook, Denise Carroll, Iber Yitzchak, Mordechai Chaim bat Leah, Kim Worrell, Bluma Duva, Malka Sarah bat Ruvain Verut, Hachazan Aryeh Shimon ben Chana, Eleanor Goldman, Ann Stanton, Sophie Galinsky, Harvey Stone, Tom Carney, Sarah Ella bat Aryeh Lieb, Danielle Ben Yisrael, Maxine Albam, Sam Levine. Let's go around the room. David Stoll. Thank you. Thank you. Let's join together for a prayer for healing. El na rafana la. El narifana la, el narifana lo, mi shebirach avoteinu. El narifana la, el narifana lo, mi shebirach imoteinu. Grant us refuah shlema. Grant us refuah shlema. May the source of healing renew our bodies, renew our spirit, and let us say Amen. Refuah shlema min hashamayim, of speedy and complete recovery. Those who are mourning or observing a yahrzeit, please rise on page 30 for Mourner's Kaddish. Yit gadal ve'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach hirute ve'amlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam lo'omeh omaya. Yit barach ve'yishtabach ve'yipa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shmei d'kudsha brichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nachamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. So our song of the week, does anyone watch Shira with Shira? Okay, good, thank you. So our song of the week this week is Nachamu Ami. Take comfort, my nation, says your God. God is offering us comfort after Tisha B'Av, and these are the 7 weeks leading up to Rosh Hashanah. Can you believe it? I need a lot of comfort knowing that the high holidays are right around the corner, just saying. And God demands of us to reframe our sadness, and in doing that, to find joy. And so, this is a really great holiday. You know, it's Tu B'Av and Shabbat Nachamu, the Shabbat of comfort, the Shabbat of love. And it is also Va'et Chanan, where we're sort of consoling, Moses wasn't allowed into the promised land. And that's really hard. I think a lot of us have that experience. I know I do a lot. You know, you have this sense of arriving at something or accomplishing something. And like Moses, you know, you can only get so far, and then you can almost taste it, but you just can't get to the promised land for whatever reason. And that's part of the beauty of life, actually, that it's never done. The work is never done. You never arrive. And that's kind of what keeps us inspired, going on to the next and the next and the next thing. Every day is a new adventure with new opportunity for connection on different levels. And so that is very difficult. And so in contrast to these 3 sad weeks when the temple was destroyed and we were thrown into exile, this is a very joyful a joyful time when the daughters of Jerusalem would go out in the vineyards and dance and be joyful. Va'et Hanan means, and I prayed. Moses prayed that he should lead the Jewish people into the land of Israel. The reason that he wanted to lead them into the land was because everything that Moses did was everlasting. He knew that if he would lead the people into Israel and build the temple there, it would be everlasting and no exile would follow. In other words, it would be like the greatest time for the Jewish people. The double expression of Nachamu, Nachamu, which gives Shabbat Nachamu its name, refers to the consolation that will be ours when the Mashiach comes. The repetition doesn't mean just two comforts. Rather, it means multiplicity, everlasting, that we will be consoled forever. In this way, we see how Va'et Hanan, Nachamu, and the 15th of Av are all connected. They are about the coming of Mashiach and the everlasting change for the better. So the antidote to this yearning to, we have in Va'et Hanan the 10 Commandments and the Ve'ahavta and all these ways that we can console ourselves and connect with God, even though it's sort of does that make sense? The antidote to the suffering of not being able to get into the land or whatever suffering we have. So the Torah is always the answer to that, and Va'et Hanan gives us the 10 Commandments and the Ve'ahavta, which is comforting to us. So your task is to find and put love in the world and to be comforted, to know that even when something feels like suffering, like the loss of the temple, you can reframe it in a way that allows you to be comforted at this time. So our song of the week is Nachamu Ami, written by a setting. The words are taken from the Haftorah, but the setting was written by Alana Arian, and you will hear it and hopefully sing along with me after the Amidah. But for now, we're going to start our Arvit service with Baruchu. Please rise. Page 39a. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai 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 lai 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 lai. Yai Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed. Yalai 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 yalai. You may be seated. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before the darkness and darkness from light. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdir ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzevaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid mochalinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hamariv haramim. Page 40. Ahavat olam et Yisrael amcha, ahavta Torah mitzvot. With timeless love, you have loved your people, the house of Israel. You have taught us Torah and mitzvot, statutes and laws. Therefore, Adonai our God, as we lie down and as we rise up, we shall speak of your laws, rejoicing in your words of Torah and your mitzvot forever and ever. כי הם חיינו ויורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. We continue individually, page 42. Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 44, then Moses, Miriam, and the people Israel joyfully sang to you, who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty, who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, working wonders. Mi chamocha, page 44. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל, לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך באלים, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך נהדר. נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע הים לפני משה. זה אלי, זה אלי, זה אלי, ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך באלים, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נהדר בקודש. ונאמר כי פדרנה את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Page 45, Hashkivenu. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Let's sing together, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Hashkivenu, Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. V'ha'amidenu malkeinu lechagim chayim ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha shlomecha. When I lay down at night, when I rest my head, oh God, watch over me. And when the morning comes, and when the morning comes, we thank Adonai. We thank Adonai. Pray for peace and pray for peace. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzitinu vo'inu l'chaim u'l'shalom me'ata v'ad olam, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha, baruch ata Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. We rise for Vishamru on page 46. Shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit olam. B'ni u'b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, u'la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit. U'bayom hashvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael בברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ימרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמיר קודשה בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא וימרו, amen. Our private meditations begin on page 47, the words in the Siddur, or the words in our hearts. When you've completed your Amidah, you may be seated. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle to take care of one another. Comfort us in our wilderness. comfort us as we struggle in this world. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle to take care of one another. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle with this world. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem. Kaddish Shalem, page 54. Yitkadal v'yitkada shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayetro b'it Yisrael B'gala u'b'zman kariv yimru amen Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'l'olam me'olam haya Yitbarach Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitrovah v'yinaseh v'yitazar v'yitzal v'yitalash me'rikut shabrichu le'ila min kol berchatav v'shiratav v'shubchatav v'nachamatab damiran be'ama v'yimeru amen Titkabal tzlotor v'auton z'chol Yisrael kodam avuhon v'yishmai v'yimru amen Yehi shalom Rabbah min shmai v'chaim l'in ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru amen Noseh shalom b'imromav v'yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen Amen. We rise for Kiddush. We've got RJ. Thank you, RJ, for representing our young folk today. And we will get you some grape juice. You having a good summer? Thank you. You'll help me lead Kiddush? Okay. You can have more grape juice. You can take the whole thing with you. Okay.
I can?
Yeah, sure. I mean, after. We raise our glasses. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat amen. L'chaim. Good Shabbos. Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol latet gedula liotzer breshit shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'atama shelo samcha חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטש שמיים מיוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינות זו בגבי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו העינות, אמת מלכינו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום בהשיבותה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת עינות. רק נקבל לכם ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו You may be seated. This week we observe the yahrzeits of Abraham Ezring, Bessie Litwack, Jacob Lyman Pressman, Shirley Schumrach, Esther Teller, Gerald Weiner, Lillian Greenspan, Meyer Wingrad, Shlomo Aratzie, Benjamin Richek, Nancy Danberg, Robert Pratt, Charles Salzberg, Francis San, Louis Glickman, Murray Fabricant, Sadie Aschendorf, Samuel Schneider, William Kennedy, Annette Powell, Audrey Edelstein, Estelle Feldman, Gerald Cinco, Howard Levine, Louis Aronson, Morris Rosenfeld, Shirley Fisher, Edith Shamstein, Mark H. Kuster, Philip Bernacki, Abraham Bramson, Adolf Bearer, Alan Nozick, Esther Steinman, Max Gubin, Molly Levine Schwartz, Rose Feldstein, Wendy Burrell, Abe Weinstein, Albert Edelstein, Beatrice Nozick, Richard Bedrick, Sydney J. Woolman, and we offer our condolences to Ruth and family while they are still in Shloshim for the loss of Alan Goldberg. Those who are observing a yahrzeit or in mourning, please rise for Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit gadal ve'yit kadash shemei rabbah ve'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei v'chayei uvyomei uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'l'olmei omaya yit barach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh V'yit adar, v'yit alev, v'yit alal, shemei d'kudsha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nachamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen, yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen, oseh shalom v'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. It's wonderful to be here with all of you. I am grateful to one of our past presidents, David Rosenthal, who is going to stand in for us and do announcements tonight. Thank you so much, David. I think this microphone will be good, if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
On behalf of our congregational family, the board of directors, and my family, welcome to Temple Israel. I think Cantor Lissick already announced who I was, so anyway, move that. Thank you, Cantor Lissick, for leading us in today's Shabbat service. Thank you as well to Adam Wart for his piano, beautiful musical accompaniment, and to Sean Seifert for our streaming services. Spend a late summer evening to your Temple Israel family. Get your lawn chairs and dairy picnic baskets ready for Shabbat Bachutz on August 19th, so a week from today. These Friday night services will be held on the temple lawn. We'll move indoors if the weather doesn't cooperate with us. Services will not be streamed on August 19th, so please make an effort to be present physically and celebrate Shabbat with your lawn chairs and picnic baskets.
Sorry to interrupt, but I also want to add the time is different. So Shabbat Bachutz is really 5:45.
As opposed to 6:15.
Yes, just saying.
It's good the Cantor's here, because my notes don't indicate that. They're very deficient, actually. Mark your calendars as well for Welcome Home Shabbat. Mingle with congregants. Celebrate our 54th president, Amy Udoff, at a l'chaim sponsored by her parents, Norman and Dorothy Shapiro, as well Stuart and Stacy Shapiro. A beautiful service will be followed by an Italian dairy dinner. Please make your reservations online after Shabbat, obviously. We're excited to announce that we'll have a special Slichot evening on September 17th as we prepare our souls for the high holidays with a concert featuring Nefesh Mountain, followed by a joint Slichot service with Temple Bethel, and make your own Sunday dessert afterwards. Look for the details in the upcoming program section of our website. Join your fellow congregants for services, events, and other community activities. Refer to our website and Kol Yisrael, which is our bi-monthly publication. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, David. We conclude our service with Shalom Aleichem on page 5, I believe. Is that true? Just want to make sure it's the right page. Yes, page 5. Shalom Aleichem Malachi Asharet Malachi Elyon Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom Aleichem Malachi Asharet Malachi Elyon Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ay 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 Boachem De Shalom Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Nil Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Nil Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, ay 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 tzirchem l'shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Good Shabbos. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9:30. Shabbat Shalom, RJ.